Good morning, everybody. It is your girl, your diva in knowledge, Lady Mocha, representing Mocha's Cafe de Paris. No, I'm here always serving you wisdom, knowledge, and spiritual awareness. What's good? What's up, poetic? Oh yeah, 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 yeah. You know they, you know they about to be upset with me, honey, because I'm getting ready to talk about these food stamps, child. Oh yes, honey. You know the bugaboos they're about to come out in full effect, honey, because they don't want you talking about food stamps, child support. They don't want you talking about that. They don't want you talking about governmental housing. But guess what? It is real in the battlefield, y'all. I don't know if y'all have heard, but this is why I speak on this all the time. I'm always, always, always constantly trying to school these sisters about how the government works. The government does not have our best interests at heart. Every time you turn around, they're coming up with something new. So what's getting ready to go on, y'all? If y'all have not heard, so far this is just going on in Texas. I don't know if this is going on in other states, but what is going on? They are trying to come up with a new bill proposing that those who are on food stamps, they're trying to now regulate what you can get off of your stamps. That's the new thing now. Now they're trying to tell you how you can shop, can get. I keep telling these women, the government, as much as these women will quit to say, ain't no man gonna control me. Ain't no man gonna tell me what to do. Well, guess what? If you're on food stamps, welfare, or Section A, you're gonna always be told what to damn do. The irony, okay? So for everybody who does not know, Texas is actually in process of trying to propose a bill to ban people from using food stamps to buy junk food. Means no Oreos, no little Debbie's, no Swiss rolls, no potato chips, no little Debbie brownies, no Pepsi, no Coca-Cola, no Cheetos, no salt and vinegar chips, no Chips Ahoy, just no more junk food. I tell y'all, and I don't say this to be funny, but this is the reason why you don't want to become complacent dealing with any type of governmental assistance. Because just like I told everybody before, whenever they give you something, whenever you give the power, whenever you give somebody the power to give you something, do you not realize they have the power of changing and switching on you? It's kind of like this. It's kind of like being a prostitute. I tell everybody, welfare is like the new age prostitute. I'm gonna tell you why. Anybody that's on welfare, basically, they have made themselves become prostitutes to the system. And I'm not talking about those who really, really need it. I'm not talking about senior citizens. I'm not talking about a woman who her husband left her out the blue. She always worked on him. She always depended on her husband to take care of her. Certain situations, people have to get assistance. I get it. I'm talking about these females who own child number 5, number 6. You already in governmental housing. You already getting TANF checks. You already if you're not living in governmental housing, you're getting Section A. You're already getting a lot of assistance from the government. And what the problem is, you make yourself a prostitute to the government when you depend on their system. If that makes any sense to anyone in here. What's up, underrated darkness? Yeah, Kels, it's the women I keep having the kids just to stay on the system. That's my point. I'm not knocking those who need it. Hell, I'm not even knocking a sister that's on it, but she's in college. She's using it as a hustle so she can better her life. Now, I'm not knocking you if you on the system, but you using it as a crutch till you graduate from school or you start your business. Then you let it go and you move on and you better yourself. Now, if you're using it like that, then I'm not really, you know what I'm saying? I'm not really ridiculing you because you got a plan, you got a goal. This is just something till you get to where you're trying to go. You're not on 5, 6, 7 children so you can stay on the system. Okay, you're just that's just something because I was on welfare. I did it. I was on welfare till I got out of college. Okay, I got my little stamps, whatever, while I was on college because we was in a bind. But as soon as I got through college and my husband's business got better, I told him, "Hey, y'all can have it. I'm good. I don't need it." Blah blah blah, and I moved on. That was the end of that. I didn't have 3, 4 more children to keep staying on assistance because I knew I had bigger plans. I had bigger goals. It was things that I wanted to do more fulfilling with my life. I didn't want to make this a full-time gig. I did not want to make depending on the government a full-time gig because they could pull a rug from up under your foot anytime they want. This is the way it works, ladies. When you depend on the government, they can pull a rug from up under your foot anytime they want. Like I said, it's like being a prostitute. I said I call welfare. Welfare is is the new age form of a pimp. And the reason I say that is because just like a prostitute has to depend on her pimp, so does a welfare recipient has to depend on her welfare. Meaning that if that prostitute was to ever lose her pimp, she would not be able to make it without him. Okay, that's the same way welfare works. The sad part is, if welfare was to shut it down, the majority of us as Black women, we will not make it. We won't make it. That's the sad part. If you ask the majority of Black women that are on governmental assistance, if they snatched your housing, where would you go? Where would you go? Do you have family? Can you move in with any of them baby daddies that you had your kids from? Where would you go? Okay? If they snatched your EPT card, how are you going to feed your children? Do you have family that's going to lend you groceries? They don't never think that far ahead. They never think like, okay, if I lost all these benefits today, how will I survive? Poetic says, what about these ones who've been on it for 15 years? When are they going to get on their feet? Poetic, I'm gonna throw you a link so I can have you join in with me on this one. Yeah, I'm gonna throw you a link. All right, quick. Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot of these sisters. They not understanding, man. They're not getting it. It's a lot of us as Black women. We're not understanding, man. The system as the government don't have your back like you think they do, because they keep switching they keep switching the rules. And they keep switching the rules. Now they telling you how you can eat. They telling you what kind of groceries for all these women that's on welfare and government assistance. And you up and ironically, they think nobody is running them. Nobody could tell them what to do. The government tells you what to do. If the government says, okay, starting today, anybody who gets governmental assistance, you're no longer going to be able to get junk food. You have to get vegetables. Yeah, they're telling you what to buy now. That's why I be trying to school my sisters, man. Do not make welfare your husband. Okay? Stop making a system your husband. Cause the system gonna flip the script on you. Soon as you get comfortable and you think, okay, you done got used to things going a long certain way for a long time. That's how the government works, ladies. The government could change the game on you anytime they want. They always coming up with something. Because you know why? They know the majority of us as Black people are on it. So anything that has to do with, being Black, they're going to find a way to tamper it. Even though we know there's a lot of, other races that are getting government assistance, because it's not just Black folks now. You got some white folks, you got some Mexicans, it's a lot of them out there that's getting that governmental assistance. But we hold the majority of the bulk. What's up, Sadia? I'm for the ban. Why would you want to buy junk food? It's making you sick. Yeah, I mean, absolutely, absolutely. And the majority of our Black children are becoming obese. They got to constantly go to the dentist because they got so much cavities in their mouth. These children have an unhealthy lifestyle. But the bad part about it is, a lot of these, when some of these sisters that receive these benefits, they don't even cook. They don't know how to cook. How many of y'all can say when y'all was in a grocery store and y'all seen a sister with a grocery cart full of junk, okay? Seen Oreos, Little Debbie's, salt and vinegar chips, Cheetos, them little huggy juices, cases of sodas. You don't see no canned veggies, no fresh veggies, no wheat bread, just nothing healthy, nothing that they can cook. Nothing, no packs of meat, no chicken, no nothing, just a bunch of junk, microwavable food, chicken pot pies, little pizzas that you put in the oven. Half of these females, they don't even know how to cook. Yep, no fruits. Exactly. That's all. Yeah, that's all I'm gonna say. No fruits, no turkey, no nothing. And my thing is, okay, let's say even if you're not into the vegetarian lifestyle, let's say you're not a vegan, but dang, all you eat is just junk, and you getting every bit of $500-600 a month loaded on your EPT card, and all your kids know is junk food and soda and Kool-Aid. You keep bags and bags of sugar. I mean, no rice, no nothing. Half of these sisters on these benefits, a lot of them cannot even cook. You go into their house, you look into their refrigerator, you will see the majority of junk. You will see the majority of that. I've seen, I've witnessed, too many women, unfortunately. What's up, Cool Gent? Good to see you. Yeah, no real meats at all. They just a lot of junk, because what it is, you're not working for it. So therefore, being that you're not working and you're not actually paying for the groceries, you're not going to be as selective. You're not going to be as careful, because somebody's basically handing you money to get food. As for if you are paying it out your pocket, you're going to be more selective. You're going to be more you're going to be have more discretion. Let's see. These stupid pop-ups. Yeah, you're gonna have more discretion. What a lot of women not realizing is, they are flipping the script. The government is not looking out for you like you think, because they can change the rules at any given moment. That's the bad part about it. I know girl cat kids who burn her chicken. I told her it's up to the side. Let me show you how it's done. And I don't have kids. Yeah, a lot of them sad, but a lot of them don't know how to cook, Kales. Some of these sisters on welfare, they don't know how to cook. You will not see their grocery cart with no food. You're going to see a bunch of junk in it. That's what you're going to see. That's how it is, because if you're already lazy with going out there to work to provide, you're going to be lazy with cooking. You're going to be lazy with that. But I'm back to this little deal that's at hand. Let me share the screen with y'all, because yeah, for anybody who's just coming in, Texas, they getting ready to come up with this new bill. They're going to propose this new bill that those who get food stamps, they basically are not going to be able to get any junk food. That's why I tell these sisters, you could never become too comfortable with the system, because they're going to switch up the game. They do it every time. A bill proposed by a Texas lawmaker seeks to ban food stamp recipients in the state from using their benefits to purchase candy, soda, potato chips, and other junk food. Legislation was filed in the State House Committee for Human Services by Rep. Briscoe Kane, who said he proposed the bill out of concern for poor eating habits and health issues related to having an insufficient diet. Now, Representative Briscoe Kane, he's a Republican. So, this is the thing that a lot of Black women have to understand. You have to realize that we have a lot of Republicans that are constantly coming up with something new. That anything they could think of that's going to limit black folks from having too much luxury. Because you have to realize the majority, the average Republican is not somebody that's in the struggle. Most Republicans are people who are well off. You know, um, Democrats, to me, on the other hand, they can kind of relate to the struggle to a certain degree, so they try to spare some leniency. But when it comes to these Republicans, they pretty much they feel like, because the majority of them have money all their life, no different than our president, who came up never having to struggle. So he's not going to relate to the struggle of being a struggling single mom, of being a struggling black man or struggling black woman. A lot of them are going to keep flipping the script because the majority of them cannot relate to how we struggle. They have this attitude, well, if I'm able to work, you should be able to work as well. So they don't have no empathy. They don't have any compassion for us average paycheck to paycheck um you know employees. They can't relate to, they're not trying to relate to our struggle. So they're coming up with all type of new things, y'all, to tighten up on us and to make things a little bit more difficult. Now, the bill introduced in March seeks to curb the spread of diabetes and other health complications among Texas and high at-risk populations by eliminating sugary drinks and snacks from the state's nutrition assistance program. And recent remarks concerning the measure, the at-risk Texans of families who utilize the SNAP, which is like EPT really, are the most susceptible to diabetes and the serious complications associated with it. So as you can see, they basically trying to run your life now, ladies. If you are getting government assistance, for those of you who say no man tells me what to do, well, guess what? Somebody is telling you what to do, and that's the government. For all of these women that are receiving benefits and saying, I'm independent. No, you're not independent, because the government is telling you how you can feed your children. They're trying to come up with this new bill that's going to prohibit welfare recipients from purchasing energy drinks, sweetened beverages, carbonated beverages, candy, potato, corn chips, cookies, and other forms of junk food. However, now this is going to be the catch. The bill will let them purchase fruit or vegetable juices to which no sugar has been added, as well as coffee or any substantially coffee-based beverages. I'm telling you, y'all, it's going down in the DM. It's going down. It's going down. They trying to make it hard for you to do what you want to do. That's why you cannot become a slave to governmental assistance. They will flip the script on you. Anytime you become needy and dependent on something, you basically putting yourself in a position to where if they were to switch the rules on you, you're going to have to deal with it. Kel says I told her stuff. Okay, yeah, I remember read that. Yeah. Yeah, it's sad, but it's a lot. It's a lot of of women, that black women that are on welfare. Not all black women are doing it, but you got some of them on welfare. And what has happened is welfare has handicapped some of these sisters in a lot of ways. It has handicapped them to the point to where a lot of them haven't had to learn how to cook. A lot of them don't cook. But if they do this ban from using food stamps to buy junk food, a lot of sisters are going to have to learn how to cook. It's going to be a lot of burnt macaroni and cheese. It's going to be a lot of burnt asparagus. It's going to be a lot of burnt black eyed peas. It's just going to be a lot of burnt food, because half of these sisters can't even cook. They getting $500-$600, 500-600 worth of stamps and cannot cook. Only thing they know how to do is buy microwavable food, kid cuisines. I'm telling you, this is something we have to as black women, we're gonna have to be careful with depending on the system. I'm telling you, because they're switching it up. Every time you turn around, they're coming up with something. Now I remember when WIC came out. when I had got WIC, because me and my husband was going through a hard time, and he was going through a drought with his business. And this was what, back in 2001. I was pregnant with my daughter. And they start off giving the mother WIC, basically, until the baby gets here. Now, WIC is like a voucher where you get, they tell you what to get on that voucher. They tell you can get eggs. They tell you can get whole milk. They tell you can get what else you can get? Eggs, milk, certain cereal like wheat and stuff like that. What's up, Lord Drag One? Hey, long time no see. Kels, I sent you that link, hun, so you can check it when you get a chance. If you want to come on, no pressure. Yeah, it's going down in DM. It's going down in DM. What's up, Angela? How you doing? I agree with the band, but we're all slaves, even in the working people, because the gov can shut you down on yes, we really are. But it's one thing if you're working, but it's another thing, Day Free, if you're not working at all and you are totally dependent on the system to feed you, to give you housing. That's even more dangerous, because those are the basic necessities. All of us have to have three things to survive, okay? We have to have clothing, food, and shelter. Those three things, even the most poorest person has to have it. Even if you see a homeless person in the street, they got to have some type of clothes or something on. We can't even be naked. You know what I'm saying? So those are the basic necessities. But just imagine if the basic necessities you're getting is in somebody else's hands to supply it to you. That's what makes it worse. When that's what a lot of these sisters are not understanding, that's receiving these benefits. The government could come up to you anytime and pull a rug from up under your foot. Now back to this WIC thing, y'all. When I was getting the WIC, right? For all of y'all who don't know what WIC is when when a woman finds out she's pregnant, right? And you're going through a hard time, you're struggling, whatever. You go to the office and you apply what's called WIC. I think it's women's, I forgot what the hell WIC stand for. Women's something, children something, I can't remember. But anyhow, because that's been long ago. My daughter 18 going on 18, so I don't goddamn remember. That's how long it's been. So anyhow, they give you this voucher and they tell you what you can get. Now, back at that, during that time, y'all, you was able to kind of get what you wanted, right? When you got your WIC voucher, you could get the kind of eggs you wanted. You could have got the kind of milk you wanted. Like me, I'm a 2% milk drinker, and sometimes I switch from 2% to whole milk. I love milk. I have to have milk like all the time because I bake a lot. I do a lot of baking, and then I got cereal eaters here. My daughter, my husband eats cereal a lot. So I'm a 2% milk person and a whole milk. And when it came to cereal, back then, you was allowed to pretty much get any type of cereal you wanted. Captain Crunch, little honey nut Cheerios, stuff like that. They done change all that. You can't even decide what kind of milk you want to goddamn drink. That's just how much the government assistance has so much control over these sisters. And for these sisters to be on some, ain't no man gonna control me. He is controlling you. If you're on welfare, the government assistance, he is controlling you. Thank you, Lord, for the $2 donation, child support payment. LOL. Exactly. That too. You depend on stuff like that. If they could pull a rug from up under your foot. I'm gonna bring that. I'm gonna circle back to that child support thing in a few minutes. Okay. So yeah, first of all, Lord, I'm disappointed in you because you got an arrearage with me. You got an arrearage. You ain't been paying your child support in a minute. You way behind. Yeah, yes. Lord is he's one of my welfare contributors. he's on an arrearage. But I'm gonna take the $2 donation you gave me and I'm gonna put it towards the arrearage. But yes, you're gonna have to step up because you've been slacking on your fatherly duties. Yes, Lord Damascus has been slacking up on his fatherly duties. So yeah, you got to come. I want my money. You got to come up off my money, Lord, because you've been slipping with that child support payment. I don't want to hear no excuses because I seen you taking Kiki out the Red Lobster the other day. But you telling me you don't have my child support, you don't have my money, but yet you got money to be taking these other side chicks out here. No, we got a problem. You know that's how we be talking. When you got to pay a sister child support, she calculates everything you do with your money. Oh, you couldn't pay your child support, but I saw you putting your gas in the car at the M-Mark gas station, but you can't pump me no dollars though. But you pumping gas, but you can't pump me no dollars. I tell you. When you owe a woman child support, honey, she be watching your dollars. She watch everything you spend. Oh, you couldn't give me my child support, but you here at Burger King and you ordering a number two, and I ain't seen my child support in 2 weeks. How you at Burger King getting you a number two? And ain't no money on my card yet, child. I'm telling you, you owe these bras child support. They be pocket watching. They watch everything you do. A great moderator. What's up, sheeps? Stay sleep. What's good? How are you? You can't owe them no child support because they watch everything you do with your money. I've seen some guys who post what they do with their money on child support, knowing they owe child support, and she screenshots it and take it to her caseworker. I'm like, bro, what was you thinking? You cannot be behind on child support and be flexing your money because as soon as these broads feel like you got money and you ain't been paying them, they're going straight to their caseworker. I'm like, lay low. You got to play like you broke. If you know you own child support and you falling behind on payments because it happens, don't be on social media. Don't be places flexing. Because the moment she feel like you got some money, she going straight to her caseworker. She going to screenshot it. I've seen many men do it. Oh, I'm going on vacation with my bae. Oh, so you going to Bahamas with your bae, but you ain't been sending me and Junior no money in almost 2 weeks. I'm telling y'all, these sisters be pocket watching. They be pocket watching, especially when you ain't been giving them their child support. They watch every damn thing you do with your money. Everything. You can't even go order no Chinese takeout food. They watching that. Oh, you couldn't put no money on the books, but you out here ordering Chinese takeout food. When you gonna take out my child support? Oh goodness. I know I'm being messy this morning. But y'all know that's the truth. You know that's the truth. A sister that's thirsty over a dollar, she gonna pocket watch everything you do. I know. I know a lot of guys who done been through it. I know a lot of guys who been through it. When my husband had to pay his ex, her child support or whatever for their daughters, we could not do nothing in peace without this broad pocket watching. Couldn't do nothing. He get a new car, she get mad about that. We get a new house, she get mad about that. We going out to eat, she get mad about that. Just everything. I'm like, as a woman, I wouldn't even I got my pride. I wouldn't even let my baby daddy know I need him that bad. You get what I'm saying? Everybody's different. I wouldn't even want a man thinking that he got just that much control over my life to where if he don't give me no money, I'm gonna sink and drown. I'm just not built like that. You know what I mean? But some of these sisters, they ain't got no pride. They don't have no pride. They don't have no shame. They will let another brother know how bad they doing and how codependent they doing. I'm like, I would never ever let a man think I'm that goddamn hard up. And what makes it worse is when they have another man staying with them. Now, this I don't understand. We as women, if you got a man that's staying with you, why is you letting your baby daddy know you struggling and you need the child support when you got a man that's staying with you? Not that it's not his responsibility. If he helped you produce that child, he has a responsibility. But you be letting your baby daddy know how bad off you doing. My light's about to get turned off. My water about to get turned off. And but you got a grown man that's laying next to you every night. He already paid you child support. You already got your money this month. You still talking about you need another $20. You need another $30. You got to put gas in the car to take JoJo to to child care. And you got a man, a grown man. You got another set of balls that's laying next to you every night. That's not even worried about how you struggling. As black women, we have to come up off of that. If you already in a struggle, the last thing you need to do as a black woman is pick up another black man that's struggling just as bad or worse than you. But we do it all the time. As black women, we do it all the time. You already got 5, 6 kids you're trying to take care of. If you taking another grown man with no job, okay, do you not realize, ladies, that when you take in another grown man with no job, do you not understand that you basically done adopted another child? Do you not understand that? It's as simple as that. It's no, oh, that's my man, that's my man. That's not your man, that's your child, that's your kid, that's who that is. And then we'll sit up here and talk trash to their baby daddies who is sending them money, who is contributing. But you got another grown man laying next to you or snoring next to you every night. And he's not worried about how you got to struggle. And that's really sad. But that's what happens, ladies. When you learn to settle in life, even with yourself, as black women, when we learn to settle and we don't have a plan, we don't have structure in our life, what happens is you will attract other brothers that's just as dysfunctional and bad off as you are, because men that are full of substance and men that have their stuff together, they're not going to even go nowhere near your direction, because the moment they see you with 6, 7 children, they're going to automatically see you as a woman with a lot of baggage. So men that have substance and that would be an asset to your life, they're not going to be checking for you, because they're just seeing your lifestyle and seeing that you have all your children from all type of random men. That's all. If he's a man with a brain, if he's a smart man, he's not going to want to deal with you, because basically he knows that once he signs up to be with you, he's going to sign up to have to help you take care of all those children. And it's just as simple as that. You know what I mean? So anyway, when you allow yourself to be in the struggle as a black woman, you will pick up other men who are in the struggle just like you. And you cannot grow. You cannot grow. You cannot move ahead. You just can't. And that's what it boils down to. So anyway, so back to the situation here. With this bill being proposed to ban junk food. Like I tell black women, when you depend on the system has the right to change the rules however they see fit. And they're going to constantly change the rules. Like I said with the WIC thing, when I was receiving WIC, I can get anything I want. Guess how they do WIC today? WIC done got so strict now. Like I said, you used to could get any milk you wanted, you used to could get any cereal you wanted, you used to could get any type of juice you wanted. Now they telling you what kind of milk you got to drink. Do you not realize that if you get WIC, you can't get 2% milk and you cannot get whole milk? You got to get skim milk, straight skim milk. Who in the hell drinks skim milk? I don't drink no skim milk. I'm not healthy. I'm not on that level of drinking healthy like that. WIC has it to where you got to get skim milk. When I tried that mess was like drinking straight water to me. I couldn't drink it. So not only they told you had to, not the way WIC is now, you have to get 1% milk. Then on top of that, as far as the cereal, you have to get the cereals that have absolutely no sugar. Ain't no Captain Crunch, ain't no Frosted Flakes, ain't no Lucky Charms. You got to get this sugarless cereal that has like absolutely no taste. But when you're getting government assistance, that's how it goes. They tell you what to eat, they tell you what to drink. You don't get to decide how you're going to eat and how you're going to drink. Yeah, I heard almond milk is a better alternative. I tried it. I couldn't get into the taste of it, but I guess it all depends on the brand. Like for instance, I use turkey meat. I've been out of ground beef. I haven't bought ground beef in almost I think 2 years. I love, believe it or not, to me, ground turkey meat tastes so much better than hamburger and beef. I promise you it does. Now, not all turkey meat tastes as good. The only one I buy, it has to be butterball ground turkey. That's all I cook with. And my husband didn't even know for years, he didn't even know I've been stopped buying ground beef. He didn't even know because the taste is not that different, So I don't do the ground beef anymore. I do turkey meat, which tastes better and is much more healthier. It does not have all the fats and stuff involved. As long as you know how to cook it and you know what to cook it with, you can fool a lot of people with turkey meat. I've made it in spaghetti. I've made it with all type of dishes. And a lot of people, they thought it was regular ground beef, and it is not. So turkey meat is really, really good. I love turkey meat. I've been stopped buying ground beef. So certain things, I can eat healthy, but at the same time, I don't want somebody telling me what I got to buy. I don't want somebody telling me I might want to get a case of soda here and there. And some people, they have to drink certain type of sugars because of their insulin. They have to drink, types of things with sugar, whatever, to keep they sugar leveled out or whatever. So it's unfortunate, but so far Texas is the only state that's doing this. I don't know. Did you get the link, Poetic, that I sent you? I don't know too much about, all these healthy stuff. I'm not a health fan. I should be, but I'm not there yet. But what I'm saying is I don't want nobody telling me how I can buy my groceries. But guess what? If I'm getting governmental assistance, I don't have the right to complain. I don't, yeah, plenty of water and sometimes juice. And I'm trying to definitely get in the habit of drinking more water, cool jet, because I'm really not disciplined in that area. And I know I definitely need to drink more water. We grab a charger right quick. Yeah, my phone is dying. Okay, so I had to go ahead and charge this up. But yeah, so that this is just okay, let me send it again. Okay, so this is just one particular thing that I wanted to discuss with y'all was the situation with the food stamps. They trying to flip the script, y'all, and they're trying to make it to where these women that are receiving welfare benefits, they're tightening up on them. They don't okay, I see it wasn't sent to you. They don't want to make it any easier for those that are dependent on the welfare system. They don't want to make it any easier for you. So now they're trying to tell you how to eat. So just be prepared because it could very well hit your state. You think it may not happen, and the moment you look up, they sending you a notice. Oh well, yeah, starting May 30th, you would no longer be permitted to get junk food items with your EPT card. What's up, Dion? Yeah, I've been getting into smoothies a lot too, Sadia. I do like the smoothies. Yeah, I'm slowly but surely getting into that. But they change, but they're getting ready to change the rules to all my welfare recipients out there. Just be careful. Make sure you have a backup plan because they're trying to come up with a way to change the rules. They're trying to make things more complicated. They're getting stricter. They're messing with stuff that really don't need to be messed with. But that's the thing. When somebody has the power to give you something, that's for anybody. And that's why it's very important that you be independent. And as Black women, we only want to be independent when it comes to certain things. We only want to be independent as far as nobody telling us what to do and no man controlling our lives. And I get it. But at the same time, if you're receiving welfare benefits, you're not independent. You're not, because if the government was to shut down today, how are you going to feed your children? If the government shut down today, you have to walk away from your Section 8 housing. They put you out your Section 8 housing. They put you out your governmental housing. How are you going to survive when you have 5, 6 children? Who's going to take you and your 5, 6 children in? Do you got family that's going to step in and look out for you? I mean, what's your plan, sis? Do you have a plan? But that's just one subject I wanted to address. Now, this next subject, I'm gonna see if I can pull it up right quick. Let me see. Yeah, they free. They actually was supposed to they were supposed to start doing that. They was supposed to start doing drug tests and screening. Some states are doing it. Some states are screening these welfare recipients and making sure they're not using drugs, they're not doing weed. They're actually some states that are proposing that. That are doing drug tests, drug screening. It just hasn't happened in a lot of states, but you got some of them, they are doing that. So I'm telling you, every year they're going to come up with something different. They're going to come up with something different to make sure they're going to make it stricter and stricter and harder for these females to get these governmental assistance, and they can just chill and lay back. Like I said, I understand some people need it. I was on it once, but I had a plan. I made sure once I got to school and everything, that was the end. I don't recommend anybody that's getting welfare benefits. If you're getting housing, you're getting stamps, you're getting other things. I recommend that if you have to have it, get it temporarily. Do not be married to welfare. It's too many of us as Black women, we married to welfare, meaning we depend on it with everything. A lot of us, we cannot survive without it. And that's sad if you cannot survive without it. You need, but because my thing is, if you could survive without it, you wouldn't be looking for it. You wouldn't be depending on it. That's the bad part about it. Can order groceries online for delivery to see, and that's what I'm saying. It's making them more lazier and lazier and lazier because they're just it's just too convenient for them. They can order groceries online to where they don't even have to go to the freaking grocery store. They don't even have to go to the grocery store to get their groceries. They could sit home with their 8, 9 children while the rest of everybody out here got to work and catch rides and pay for Ubers to get back and forth to work. They just living a good life, honey. I'm not hating on them. I'm really not. I'm not hating on none of these sisters that's depend on the system, because one thing I do know is that anytime you depend on something, I don't care if that's welfare, I don't care if that's another man. Whenever you depend on something wholeheartedly, the dynamics can always change on you, and then you are forced having to deal with those changes. So I'm telling you, because a lot of these sisters, they're not even keeping up with what's going on in the system. They're not even keeping up with it. They're not keeping up with the fact that they're changing rules. They coming up with new restrictions. You can't do this, you can't do that. A lot of them, they're not keeping up with the system. They're not. And the sad part is a lot of them are going to be caught off guard. They're going to be bamboozled when they least expect it. They're going to be caught up and they can't do nothing about it because the system gets to make the rules as they go, and they really can't get upset with the system. The system is designed to change at any given moment. So if you want to keep getting pregnant every year, if you don't have any other plans, you don't have a job, you don't have something to back you up in the event that these rules change on you, then guess what? You got to deal with the rules, and you just stuck having to having to be forced to deal with it. But anyway, it should have just been February. I agree. But anyway, so on to my next subject at hand. We have athlete, NFL superstar Cam Newton, who has been in a long-term relationship with his girlfriend, and ironically, she's been with him. I don't know how long, but I'm assuming uh more than 2, 3 years. I'm assuming she's probably been with this guy maybe 10, 12 years, something in that ballpark. And here it is. She is on baby number 4, and he's not even married to her. Isn't that ironic? How you have 4 children from a dude and he's not your husband? And no, it's not. It's definitely no hate, Dion. I'm just kicking the actual factual. Now, here it is, Cam Newton. This woman has been with him all of these years. They're on child number 4, and he's still not married to her. Something is wrong with that picture. I don't understand for the life of me as a woman. If you have been with a man and for over 3, 4, 5, 6 years, and you have all your children from him, you get pregnant from him almost every year, and he still will not marry you. I mean, like, really? Really? And that's basically what's going on. She just had baby number 4. I'm trying to share the screen with y'all here. Where is it? No, I don't want to buy no magazine. Cam Newton, a longtime girlfriend, expecting baby number 4. I've seen this in many cases, um, in which you have some women that have been with the same man for over 5, 6, 7 years, and they get pregnant every year, and the man would not marry them. What's up, Seven? How you doing? She shared news about her bundle of joy on Wednesday. She's a mother of 5, a beautiful woman, I might add. But even though she not had his 4th child, because she already had a daughter from a previous relationship, he would not marry her. The couple welcomed their son Camadus or Camidus Swan 10 months ago. They also have a 3-year-old son named Chosen Sebastian and a 2-year-old daughter. So basically, she's getting pregnant every freaking year from a man who will not marry her. But this is what tends to happen. I'm starting to notice that a lot of women, even these women that are in relationships, sometimes in a relationship, women reach a certain level of desperation because they start fearing that the man they're with can leave them, because by the man not being married to them, that pretty much gives that man the room to leave the relationship if he just doesn't want it anymore. So what happens is some women will freak out and panic, and she has beautiful children. They will freak out and panic, and the only thing they feel like they can do to keep the man is to keep getting pregnant from him. I cannot get him to put a ring on my finger. I cannot get him to commit to me. So I'm gonna just get pregnant every year and hope that once I get him to, keep breeding babies with me, that will keep him at bay, because he's not going to want to leave me with 5 or 6 children. So this is the new hustle that some of these women are coming up with. If I can't get you to commit to me, I will just get pregnant from you every year. Okay? I can't get the commitment. I will just keep getting the children. That's what I'm gonna do. And it's a lot of, let me see. Let me tell you. Kels, let me know when you're in here, because I'm sharing the screen. So just chime in if you ever if you log into the Google Hangout. And the bad part about it is, common law or not, if something was to happen to this dude, she's going to be straight as far as all the children she has from him. But what about her? She's not going to be given no property. She's not going to get the house. She's not going to get the cars. She's not of the life she's living right now. She's not going to, and I'm sure the child support will off balance that. I mean, I'm sure the child support, if something were to happen to him, um, that will make up for it. But my thing is, why keep having children with a man who will not commit to you? Why keep doing that to yourself and hope that once you have enough babies, he'll eventually give in and want to commit to you? Oh, you still didn't get it? That is crazy. I don't know what's going on today with that. I don't know why it's not sending it to you. But I'm not. A lot of women are doing that mess. And if they're not doing it, to get the man to commit to them, what they're doing is they know the marriage is in trouble. They know the marriage is in trouble. And some women who are doing this also. They know the marriage is in trouble. So what they will do is they fear that the husband may leave them. They fear that the husband may get tired of the marriage and want out. So they'll just keep having children. So that's their way of keeping the man at bay. If I have all of these kids, he's not going to want to leave me because he ain't going to pay all his child support. He ain't gonna want all of these. He ain't gonna want all of these bills. He ain't gonna want to pay all these bills. If I keep having these kids from him. A lot of women are doing this. If you know your relationship is in trouble, the last thing you need to do is to keep having children and hoping that it's gonna make the relationship work. I'm gonna just keep having his kids, even though he won't commit to me. I don't think that's wise for a woman to do. 7 says they trap these guys, use protection if you don't want these results follows. Yeah, and it's sad because when things happen to these men, I mean, I brought it up the other day, like God bless his soul. I talked about, the rapper Nipsey, who died from a very, very unexpected, tragic, and straight out foolish, event, that was so unnecessary. He did not deserve what happened to him to happen to him, but it did. And the sad part is, his woman, Lauren London, who has been with him all of these years. And, she's been ride or die. And she's not, she's not going to get not even half of his empire. She's not going to get much of it because the only thing he has given her solid, which was a child. That is it. Nothing else. And that's why I tell women, if you want to put yourself in a position to just become a baby mama, you're going to only get baby mama privileges. And if he has other children, if he has other kids, you're going to have to split. Your child is going to have to split what they get with these other children outside of the child you have from them. Nipsey had all of these businesses. He had all of these projects going. If him and Lauren London would have been married, she would have been able to take over his empire. She could have hired someone else to run his store and all of that. She don't get no rights over nothing other than the child they had together. She gets no rights over nothing. And that's what women have to understand. You keep getting knocked up by these men and you're not married to them. And something happens to them. You're going to be in court battling it out with his other 8, 9 baby mamas. What's up, T193? Exactly. You're going to be in court battling with other baby mamas. All y'all going to be fighting over his property. Y'all going to be fighting over all kind of stuff. Let me see. I don't know why it's not. Something must be up with Yahoo today, Kales. Let me see. I don't know why it's not letting me send it to you. I'm trying to see if there's a way I could get you to join if I could add you an invite through the Google Hangout, because for some reason it's just not letting me do that. But yeah, That's what a lot of these women are not understanding. You're just making yourself a baby mama. You're going to get baby mama privileges, and that's why I did a show yesterday calling Black Wives Matter, because it's a lot of women that are straying away from getting married. They're straying away from it, and they just want to settle being a baby mama. But the bad part about that is you do stuff like that, you are limiting yourself, and your child is being limited. Yeah, your child is being limited because you're gonna have to stand in line. You got to stand in line with the other baby mamas. You're gonna have to stand in line with the other baby mamas. That's what happens. And y'all are all in court battling and fighting over who's going to get what. Who's going to get what. Even how many of y'all remember the rapper Shorty Low? Before he passed, he had, I think, every bit of like what, 15, 20 kids. I don't know. Y'all remember the rapper Shorty Low? Because they know, they know, they know. You know, he was he was ahead of his prime. You know, he was doing pretty good in the music industry, and he died in a car accident, you know, and that was an unforeseen circumstance. And basically when he died, I haven't really heard anything about how his children benefited. And this is the thing: if you are an average Black man and you don't make a lot of money, you make okay money. You're not in the ballpark of Jay-Z. You're not an athlete, or you're not a man that's well off and making good money. Like Seven runs his own business or whatever. So I think, yeah, 23. He had a lot of kids. What's up, Anthony? If access is support, you know there's such a. I agree with that, Anthony. And a lot. This is what I'm saying. People is just recklessly having children, and they don't have a plan. As an average Black man, if you are working paycheck to paycheck, why would you want to produce all of these babies out here, knowing how thirsty these females are? Why would you want to put your penis at stake and have all of these kids from all of these women? And the thing is, you cannot enjoy your money. You cannot make a decent living. You can't, like, buy you a nice home, something to establish yourself, because you kicking out so much money to all of these females. I know one of my sisters, she has a child, she has a son from a dude. At the time, she was like 17 when she had her child, when they had their first child together. Now, my sister was smart enough not to have any more children because she struggled so much with that one, and him not really helping with, my nephew. She was like, oh no, I'm not doing that again. She didn't have any more, and she's married now, and she still hasn't had any more since then. And she's working and doing her thing. He didn't stop going. After he had a child from my sister, he had a child from another female. Then he had twins from another female. He's not even 30 years old, and he has like 7 kids, y'all. 7 kids. And he's not even a grown man. He's not even a grown man. What's up, Kels? How you doing?
Hey, I finally made it up here.
I had to throw that invite. I had to throw that through the Google Hangout because
Okay.
Yahoo was tripping today. I don't know what's going on, but it just kept kicking your email back to me every time I sent you a link. Girl, what is your intake on these females that keep getting pregnant from these dudes who will not commit to them, who won't put a ring on it?
I think they just want to have a man and hoping that if they have a baby, the man will stay around. Like I knew this one chick, she had her first baby. The father didn't want nothing to do with the kid. Then I think she turned around and got married and had 3 more kids. Then they divorced, and then she turned around and just had another baby by somebody else. Like I think probably December of last year, and he
Mhm.
doesn't want anything to do with the kids. And it's like, well, dang, you know what I'm saying? Like, why do you keep on having
Mhm.
kids if you're already struggling? Like, you was really, really struggling. You was in the shelter at first with these kids, You know what I'm saying? The father
Mm-hmm.
wasn't really giving you no child support. You know, you had to beat it up out of him because he's smart. What he did was he quit his
Mm-hmm.
job and started working for Uber so he don't get deducted. So it don't get taken out of his wages.
Mm.
Yeah. So,
A lot of them are doing that, Kels. These
yep.
dudes are getting smart. They finding a way to get around the system because the dude that I told you that had a kid for my sister, he got smart. He went and did construction work. Because a
Right.
lot of guys that do construction get paid under the table.
They do. It's like off the books, like independent contractor work and stuff like that. So that
Yeah.
they don't have to come out the pocket that much because he was like court ordered. And then then to turn around, she could have stayed and left it at that. But then to turn around and just have another baby by another guy who she claimed was abusive. And it's like,
Mm.
what are you trying to do here? Like, are you really, really trying to lock a man down?
Yeah, they reached that. Uh, I'm so tired of special people. Uh, uh, don't never make friends with somebody that's special on Facebook because they will keep calling you. I'm like, I try to be nice, but oh my God, some people is just
Yeah.
anyway. That's besides the point.
They
Uh,
overwhelm you with their problems. All they want to do is talk about their nonsense. And it's like, I'm tired of hearing this every single day when all you're going to
right.
do is invite him over and he's going to be in your bed tonight. And y'all going to live like one big happy family for the next day or two.
Exactly, because you know what's going to happen. Now, Anthony sent a $5 donation. Thank you, Anthony. Appreciate the child support. Thank you. Um, do you think that having surrogates will be more common in the future by men who have their stuff together in order to avoid the courts? That stuff together. In order to.
I mean, I think
Okay,
that, do
I'm
you think,
I'm trying to understand his question. You understood what he's saying? Asking poetic.
I'm assuming that he's talking about having like surrogate mothers. Like, you think, would it be more common for them in the future who have their stuff together? I guess so they could avoid all the child support and you know what I'm saying. They don't have to
Uh
get hit in the pocket so heavy to have a surrogate mother have their baby for them.
oh, okay. Is that what you mean, Anthony? Because I want to make sure I understand your question before I answer it.
That's interesting.
Is
That's interesting that he said that for men to have surrogate mothers so that they won't get hit
mm-hmm.
with child support. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah. That's why you might be in the right ballpark. I just want to make sure. Okay, that's what he said. Yes. So okay. So yeah, poetic. You got it because he said yes. That's exactly what he means. So in other words, he's thinking instead of randomly being sexually involved with a chick or something. And she pops up pregnant or something like that, and you got to deal with the child support. You got to deal with the drama. If a man wants a child, he would rather just get a surrogate mother. That way, he could eliminate and avoid all of the stress. Is that pretty much?
That definitely eliminates the middleman. I mean, how would she come? How would she be able to come after him for child support?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Because see, once they get that, once he has paid that surrogate, she don't have to worry about that because that there's no emotional ties. There wasn't
No.
no relationship. There was nothing there prior to there was no type of emotional nothing, no connection there. It was basically like a business arrangement. Nothing
Yeah,
personal.
yeah. She did a job. Her job is done. She got paid for it. Now she can go about her business.
Yeah, and in a sense, I damn near respect that, in a sense, because it's unfortunate because some of these women, when they get a child, they really abuse their authority. They like to take these men through hell and back.
Yeah,
Uh,
like making it seem like they
right.
can't see their kids if they have another woman, or if they can't see their kids if they don't want to be with them, or they make it very difficult for the men to be with their kids, or sometimes men are available to look after for their kids, and they'll be like, "Oh, I'm looking for a babysitter for my kids," and it's like, "What you looking for a babysitter for? The father is available."
Yep. Yep. Yeah. And that's true. It's unfortunate because back then, children used to be a blessing. And they still are, depending on if you have them the right way and you bring them in the world the right way, they're
Right.
still a blessing. But what used to be a blessing,
Turned
women
into
are
turned
using it
into
as
a
a
pawn.
weapon.
Yep, turned
Hmm?
into a little pawn. What once was a beautiful
Hmm.
gift, now they're using it as a pawn.
Right, right, exactly. And the thing about it is, what a lot of these women don't understand is sometimes when you do stuff like that, it backfires. Oh, okay. Anthony sent another $5 donation. Thanks again for the child support. Um, why come you think more men won't take that route?
I don't
Hmm.
think they have thought of it like that. You're probably the first person that thought of that, Anthony. I don't think a lot of men have thought of that route.
Exactly, because he's the first man I heard to even bring that up, which I actually think is a phenomenal idea. And the
I
truth
think
of the
so
matter
too.
is, Anthony, some men are just dumb as hell. Just like you got some women that's dumb. Let's not slip on these brothers because half of these brothers just as dumb as a goddamn box of rocks.
Right.
They let the power of the vagina make them lose all of their common sense. Where it's kind of like, some of these men, they know they're dealing with toxic ass females. They know it. You know, if you've been with this woman for a while, she's a drama queen, she's argumentative, you know, you know she's a gold digger, she's always been very materialistic, but yet these are the type of women they would knock up. I know some dudes who have knocked up women that they didn't even want. Okay.
Right.
I know dudes that have knocked up women who they wasn't even committed to. So we can't just pawn all the dumbness on these broads because it's these men that are impregnating them. These broads are not getting pregnant by themselves. Okay, you know, but so a lot of this has to do with the fact that some people just do not use their common sense. They let lust overrule wisdom.
Right.
I don't care how good looking the guy is. I've met, even before I got married, I've met some good looking brothers back in my day, but I knew I would not want to get knocked up by any of them jokers.
Right.
I knew okay, he's a good guy. I can have a good time with him. We can go out to Red Lobster and get cheddar biscuits every once in a while and stuff like that. But I do not want to make him the father of my child.
Right.
That
They
I
don't
don't want.
they don't
Hmm.
think that they don't think that far ahead. They get wrapped up in that sensual lust that just feels so good at the moment, thinking that it's going to be forever lasting.
Uh-huh. Yep. Uh-huh. Yeah. Exactly. And then let's face it, some of these women, they do stuff on purpose. They intentionally get knocked up on purpose. They know that. They know these men have already stressed to them, I don't want any children. Or I'm not looking for no commitment. And what happens is sometimes they will sit up here and lie and tell these guys I'm on birth control. I am on some type of protection. They will make these guys comfortable to not using protection. And this is not to say this is not his fault too now, because I don't care if a woman tells you she's on birth control or not. You don't play games with your life and not use protection. But if he's been kicking it with this chick for a while and he trusts her and they've always been not using protection because they got that kind of understanding and they've been kicking it with each other for a while, and she tricks him by not using birth control and he's still hitting it the same way he's been hitting it without no protection, boom, a child is here, he's feeling betrayed. And in a sense,
Right.
that is betrayal, whether women want to admit it or not. Because when this happens, the woman wants to pin it on the man where you didn't use no protection. My thing is, if you knew you and him have always not used protection, and you did something slick and foul, you went to that doctor and you got taken off of birth control, you stopped using your pills, and you and him had an understanding. You agreed that you didn't want no children either. But once you start freaking out because you feel he's not going to commit to you, or You hear he's dating someone else outside of you. Sometimes women, as women, we will take desperate measures
Desperate
and
man.
try to lock the dude in, because what happens, we feel like we are at a loss. And one thing about a man, when a man has his mind made up, there's not too much you can do to convince him otherwise. Even if you've been that ride or die chick, even if you was there when nobody else was. If a man hasn't made up in his mind, I just see you as a good woman, but not the kind of woman I would want to be with, then you can't really do shit with that. You know what I mean? And I get it. It's a slap in the face. You know what I mean? Especially if you've been kicking it with him for a long, long, long time. And you thinking, oh, we done kicked it all this time. And you thinking your moment is about to come up where he's gonna be like on some Tyler Perry mess, like, yeah, you know what? I realize out of all the women I've been dating, you've been the only woman that's been down by law. I realize I need to stop playing with these hoes out in the street. I want to be with you. We look for that moment, and sometimes we never get it. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So what's up, Cool Jet? You've been one of my subscribers for a while. I'm usually very, 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 very particular about who I let on my panel. Because I usually try to talk to them first behind the scenes before I bring them on the panel. But you've been rocking with my channel for a long time. So, that's why I just went ahead and opened the floor to you. But anyway, how you doing, Cool Jet?
How you
Hi,
doing,
Coach.
Lady Mocha? What's up, poet? Y'all doing all right?
Yes.
Yes, we're
That's
doing
good.
good. I know you got an opinion on this. How do you feel about these chicks getting knocked up and having babies out of field to keep the relationship going?
I'm gonna keep it simple. A lot of even with men too, they need to take some accountability. You know, I think that's like a big bad word to them, and that they don't
Mm-hmm.
want to use it at all. So, I mean, I don't know what to tell them. They just don't want to
Yeah,
listen.
yeah. I mean, and you know what? I noticed the word accountability. All black folks are allergic to that word.
Yep, it's
You,
true.
we are allergic. Black men and black women. We are allergic to the word accountability. When we hear that word, we break out in hives. We start getting bumps. We start. Yeah, oh, you want it? You want in? We start getting bumps. We start itching. We start breaking out in hives. It's hard for us to say, I fucked up.
Right.
I did some dumb shit. I let my hormones get the best of me. I did not use my best judgment. What's up, machismo?
But
Um,
see, it would take a lot of pressure off their mind if they would just take
I
accountability.
agree. What's up, Nolan? By the way, I agree. It really, really would. And then not only that, it would protect you from putting yourself in that same situation again. Because let me tell you something.
Exactly.
I've done it. I've never gotten to the point to where it took 5, 6 kids later for me to figure it out. But I found out I had to get to that point. Like, okay, Mocha, you knew better.
You know something
Sometimes
else?
you got to coach yourself. Go ahead.
Yeah, a lot of them, don't want to grow up at all. They may be in the adult body, but they have the mindset of a 10-year-old as well.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like,
Mm-hmm.
there's a time and place for everything,
That's
I
very
agree.
true.
So it's like
I agree.
you gotta grow up and be the person that you're supposed to be, because you gotta set an example for the future generations to come. And that's another thing we
Mm-hmm.
don't look at is like, okay, what can I do to be the best leader for my children, so they can grow up and have the same, principles and morals and stuff as I have, so they won't make those same mistakes in the future. So they know what to look out for and what not to do.
Mm-hmm. That's called using wisdom. Now I see Machismo says this woman had a kid with the bum dude and had the nerve to call me and say her baby need a dad. I realized she was anything, so it's just okay to bring another man child to me. Like, here you go, shaking my head. It's just
Yikes.
I
A hot
just
mess.
I
Yikes for that.
I,
A hot
I'm
ass mess.
speechless. I'm speechless on that one.
Me too.
It's just, it's just one of those things that, it's a lot. You have some sisters out there that is just that damn gullible. They're just that gullible. Because what happens is this is what happens to some women in this case. And Mug, you can email me so I can holler at you on the scenes and stuff, and I'll see if we could possibly do a panel or whatever. So just anybody in the chat, please give Mug my email. So we could do like a little session behind the scenes, and we'll decide from there if doing the panel is a possibility or whatever. So anyway, a lot of sisters will do this. When we make poor choices, because it goes back to what Cool Jen said, accountability. And as I stated, a lot of us as Black folks, when we hear the word accountability, we break out of hives, we break out in sweat. We don't like that word. That word is dangerous. Accountability. We can't handle it. So what happens is, for some of us as Black women, when we make poor choices in choosing the type of men who we want as the fathers of our children, and the man that we chose ends up disappointing us, and it is not the father that we had designed in mind. Instead of us facing it and saying, you know what, I created this problem. I'm a woman up. I'm going to raise this child on my own. If I get child support, fine. If I don't get child support, fine. I'm going to pull up my big girl panties, and I'm going to raise this child on my own, the best to my ability. No, if she's not a real woman, what she's going to do is she's going to look for a quick layaway dad. I
Right.
did a content called Layaway
Hmm.
Fathers.
Yeah.
Okay.
She
Are you on
gonna
the road,
do.
Seven? Okay, so you just listening. Yeah. Okay, I got you, Seven.
She gonna.
Yeah.
She gonna do like McKeesmo says. She gonna call up one of the homies and say that the baby need a daddy.
Yeah, look for the Mr. Cleanup guy. That's what it is, Mr. Cleanup.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it
Mhm.
is.
Yeah. And that's exactly. They look for a layaway dad. I have a content. If anybody wants to check it out, you go into my videos. I did a content called Layaway Fathers, which means I'm going to rent a dad. Matter of fact, I'm gonna start a goddamn rent a dad service for all you single moms out there. You
Oh
tired
my
of not getting
goodness.
child support?
Ay ay ay.
You
That look
not getting no Christmas gifts for little JJ and little Kiki. Come
rent
on
a
down
dad.
on Sunday. I have plenty of fathers. You can pick any dad you want. I'm gonna have one that's a lawyer. I'm gonna have one that's a manager of Popeyes. I'm
Wait,
gonna
wait,
have
wait.
one that's a senior citizen that ain't got long. He on life support. You get to choose any father you want, and you just get to rate him. But I got daily rates, and I'm gonna have monthly rates. Yes, it's a
But
lot
we gotta know, we gotta make sure that the kids are manageable because what if some of these fathers say, I don't think so.
I'm
Man,
serious. But in all honesty, sisters do that crap all the time. When they get knocked up from a build a bomb, they look for a dude to be instant dad.
Right.
Some of them go so far as they move a dude in their house. I've seen some of them do that. Now I know between you and Kujin, everybody, we all know that one sister. This chick will not give her vagina a rest. Soon as she
Yes.
gets dumped by one dude, she's moving the next dude in right away. It's like prepaid minutes. Keep rolling over.
that's true. That's very true. I've seen it so many times. So many times. I'm like, man.
It's like,
I said,
right.
we got to break this generational curse. That's what
Right.
I see.
I
Yes.
mean,
It's
sisters
got to
be
be
having
broken.
soul lines.
It's got to be broken. But again, that goes back to what we spoken on, accountability. You're not going to break the curse unless you yourself is willing to admit there's a goddamn problem. You know what I mean? Like for me, and I can't speak for everybody else. Like I'm one of those women. I don't have patience with a lot of children. I just I don't. And I and I hate that I'm like this, but this is my truth moment. I hate that I'm like this. I don't when I see a woman with 5 or 6 kids, my nerves get bad. I don't even have to know her. Just the fact that she comes in the room with 5 or 6 little ones, my follicles start falling out.
Yeah.
I just don't I don't have that motherly thing with me. Now I have one child and I love my daughter, but after I had my one daughter, I realized I was not cut out to do that shit again. I couldn't do it two, three, four, five more times because my daughter was a culture shock. That chick gave me an out of body experience. Seeing a newborn get up 3, 4 in the morning crying, and babies are so demanding, and it's not their fault, but they're just very demanding. And I just my first child, she traumatized me. It was like a near death experience. Like I just couldn't. It was just so much, and it wasn't her fault, but it was just so much. And I knew I was not cut out to keep, you know, getting my having child. So I took all the necessary precautions to avoid having to get myself back into that same situation, because again, that boiled down to accountability. And I'm like that to this day. I don't have that motherly thing. Like, I see some women when they be in Walmart and the grocery store with their 5, 6 kids that's knocking shit off the shelf and grabbing all kind of food and throwing it in the cart. My
Just
nerves
bad as
get
hell.
bad. Just straight bad as hell kids, and my nerves get bad. So and I came to realization that motherly thing is just not for me. And I hate that I'm like that. But I see these women who go through it, and they so patient with it. Their children could be bad as hell and it don't even bother them. They keep right on walking. It was this one lady in Walmart. Her child was screaming so loud. Super Walmart is big. So if I can hear your kid, I'm over here by the groceries, and I can hear your child way on the other end in the damn fish
Garden
hunting
area.
department. Hardwell.
Wow, you
You
over
know
there
that's a
on
loud
the
ass
hunt.
kid. And she was just pushing her golf cart pushing her cart like it was no big deal. This kid was just acting a straight donkey on her. And she was so oblivious to it. And all the customers were looking at each other like, does this bitch realize her child is bad as hell? We all giving her the side eye. And she didn't even care. And he did one of those annoying screams, because every child has a different type of scream, right? Yeah, yeah.
All these
No,
type of
his was worse than that. He had the type of scream that would pierce your soul.
Yeah, but see, them
People
kids are
in
like
oh
that.
hell
man.
heard
Kids
it.
is like that. They will act out in public because they figure that you're not gonna beat their butt in public, so they
Yep.
start acting out in public just to get what they want.
Mm-hmm.
Oh goodness. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm like, yeah, exactly. And what it is because this is what happens when, as women, when you have too many children, and I'm just being frank, when you have too many children, what happens is children will wear you down. Because just one could be a bit much at times. So my one, I knew I was not cut out to have more children, because my one, she was 3 years old and she was going through those terrible threes. And I think I was like 21 at the time, and she was going through those terrible threes. This chick act up at the mall so bad. I mean, she put on a performance, and I felt so defeated, because some of these kids are popping the ass that they don't even feel it. You know what I'm saying? That's like handing a crackhead a damn Advil. You know what I mean? That popping and spanking them, that shit don't mean that, it don't even mean nothing to them. And this chick embarrassed me so bad. I literally broke down in tears in that mall. That's how bad. That's how bad it was. And I'm like, how 3-year-old, have that much
That
control to where she makes me that upset? But she did.
and that's the thing. Like they make it. look so bad to want to have children now. I mean, I'm like, man, is it really like this now? I mean, where's the daddy and everything? Because it would have some control. I mean, if the daddy was there, like real talk.
Absolutely,
I agree with that.
absolutely. Absolutely. These parents, that's why as parents we need both parents there, because my husband was such a workaholic, and at times when I felt like a single married woman, because he had to work all the time and I was not working, so I couldn't complain or whatever by him being a breadwinner. But at times I would be so relieved when he would step in and intervene, because it was too much, because something about kids, they do respect masculine authority more than their
Right.
mamas.
That
They
is
do.
so true.
Yep.
That is
And
so
that's why there's no balance at all. And the single parent homes, because there's no masculine man sit there and put them in check.
That's very true because when I was, you know what I'm saying, I was a little mouthy with my mom, but when my uncle stepped in and raised us, I respected him to the fullest extent. It wasn't
Hmm.
acting
Hmm.
out when uncle was around. No.
Yeah,
Hmm.
my dad wasn't
Hmm.
having it at all. I mean,
Right. And
all
my
of us
uncle
was in
was
check though,
a
man.
veteran too and a
And he
Gemini.
was military.
Woo!
Yep, my dad was straight Navy.
Woo, no, I couldn't act
Hmm.
out at all.
Hmm. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. See, children, they respect masculine authority, because sometimes as women we overly nurture that we forget to discipline. And that is where the man balances it. And this is the reason why, we have, and I'm not saying all single mothers, because you got some single mothers that are very strict. They don't play with your ass. I had a single mom. We was not able to run over her and do what we want to do. She was
Um,
very strict.
my mom
But
was the same way, kind of.
yeah, your mom was what, poetic?
She was the same way, but see, my mom she was a workaholic. She used to have to work she used to work two jobs. So that's when my
Right.
uncle and my auntie stepped in. And my uncle, like I said, he was no joke.
Exactly. And also I'll address this when it comes to me doing links, the way I do links here, where I do panels. It's a lot of chaos going on in the YouTube streets right now. So
Hmm.
I'm being very selective about who I do panels with, because everybody does not have good intentions when it comes to panels. And you have to be very selective about who you let on your panel, because certain people could taint your channel.
Hmm.
They could taint your channel, cause your channel to get flagged, because they come on your panel talking reckless. Like what we're doing now, we're all being civil adults. Um, we're not over talking each other. We're not screaming at each other. See, we know how to act. Okay, everybody else does not have that gift. Everybody do not know how to act in these YouTube streets. You have some people, you be nice, you let them on your channel, they'll embarrass you on your own platform. And
Hmm.
because of that,
Real
I'm
talk.
very particular. I will have to talk to anybody, whoever wants to join my panel. We have to do a 101 first, because
That's
everybody
very
don't have
true.
good intentions. And if
That's
I
very
can't
true.
vibe with you over the phone, I'm damn sure not about to put you on the panel and
Real
you
talk.
embarrass me in front of all my subscribers. You get out of pocket because you feel like you a man. You can say what the hell you want to say, or because you're a female, you feel like you could overly dominate me. So when it comes to links and people just wanting to come on, I got a protocol that I follow. You know what I mean? So I got you. It's sad, but you have to do that, because
You
it's
do.
too much going on in these
Yep.
YouTube streets. I've
You
seen so
do.
much mess lately, to the point it
Hmm.
almost made
Same
me not
here.
even want to do no more panels with people.
Right. And see, this is
Yep.
why I don't do panels because I have a laptop and stuff like that. I just go live from my phone. I don't do panels, and I'm very particular about which panels I get on because of the hot ass
Mhm.
mess that's in the YouTube streets.
Uh huh.
Yeah, you have to, because like I said, everybody don't have good intentions. Some people come on your panel because they do want to share ideas and they do want to share knowledge, and I'm game with that. But you have some, they just bring cancer to your
Yeah,
channel.
they
Oh
want to
yeah.
use the channel as a venting section, and
Yeah.
Want to talk about stuff that don't got nothing to do with anything, and then they want to get loud, and then they long-winded, and it's like, dude, this panel is so over.
Oh man, especially that. I'm like, man, I'm like, come on now, chill out with that.
Come on
Li-
now, be like Judge Judy.
Listen,
I need you to state
I'm
your case
talking
in
now.
35
I'm
seconds or
talking
less.
now. I'm talking now. This is what I got to say. And if you don't like it, you can leave my panel right now. Because I'm the one who run this ship up in here.
It's like tone it
Yep.
down about 20 notches. You about to bust a blood vessel.
Man, there's.
It's like
What?
calm
Oh man,
What? What? You think they have goddamn Tourette syndrome? The
down.
way they be
I've seen
screaming.
that. I've seen that. I'll be feeling embarrassed for the person on the panel. I'm like, dag.
especially when it's a full panel though, and everybody supposed to take turns and stuff though. They just like get in the way. I'm like, man.
Right. Very, very long
Right.
winded. I'm like, Judge Judy, state your case in 35 seconds or less.
I'm like, man.
That- that's what they do. No, who are y'all? Who are y'all to be coming on my channel talking so civil and
Mm-hmm.
intelligent? Who are you? You everything you saying is making too much goddamn sense. I'm gonna have to boot your ass off my panel. Cause you're not being a goddamn drama queen, and because you're not being a drama queen, I can't hardly get no subscribers. And Coolgin, I can't let you come up on here no more. Cause you being too much of a goddamn gentleman. You supposed to be calling us hoes and bitches. Who are you to be so goddamn respectful? You know what? I'm about to boot
Y'all
your
too
ass right now.
respectable.
Let me.
I can't take y'all.
Oh
Y'all
man.
and the respectable ones get cursed out and embarrassed and it's like, my goodness.
Just simply give them the boot. That's it.
Yeah, just do that. Be like, okay, well,
The
thank you for
boot.
your comment. Goodbye.
Yep. I said I don't
Yes.
need all that in my life. Peace costs too much.
Right.
Exactly. And the thing about it is, we're already at what a lot of black people not understanding. We are already at a disadvantage because just by the color of your skin. People
Mm-hmm.
are already going to judge you as soon as you come in the room. Okay.
Yep.
And what a lot of people are not understanding, this is not a black woman problem. This is not a black man problem. This is a black problem. Cause
Yep.
it don't matter if Kujin comes in the room or I come in the room or Kes come in the room, we all going to get that same look because we don't have the complexion for the connection. The
Right.
That's
first
right.
thing they're going to
Real
do is
talk.
size us up and see, is this an intelligent one or is this one of them ones that's going to be ignorant? Because honestly, even me as a black woman, when I see another black man, I have to kind of analyze him from a distance and say, is he going to be a one of those cool black guys, or is he going to be one of those black guys that's going to be obnoxious and loud and rude and disrespectful? I have to analyze. I do it with black men all the time. Even when I'm doing panels with them, I watch them and I study them for a while before I get on their panel or before I bring them on my panel. Because when it comes to black folks, it's like a box of chocolates. You never know what the hell you're going to get. You know what I'm saying? So
Facts.
you don't know. It's kind of like you are what's the word? It's kind of like rolling dice. When it comes to doing panels and stuff like that, because everybody has let's face it, everybody hasn't been raised the same way. And it's not a
That's
black
very
woman
true.
problem. It's not a black man problem. It's a how the hell you've been raised problem. I've been taught from a young age that you respect other people. Even if their opinion is different, even if what
Yep.
they saying does not make any sense to you. If that's the way they understand it, who am I to insult them and call them dumb, call them stupid? You don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Maybe that's how what he or she understands based on their level of knowledge.
You know something, Lady Mocha? Isn't
Mm-hmm.
the word respect is a lost art? It's a lost art in
Mm-hmm.
today's world.
Mm-hmm. It
Yeah, you're
is.
right.
It is.
You're very right.
It is. And the
Nobody
reason
knows
why
what the word respect means anymore.
no,
Not at
no,
all.
we don't. Mm-hmm. No, we don't, because the thing about it is, first of all, I noticed a lot of the stuff we put out there externally, it comes from a lot of internal issues. I can't. I could only put out there what I am. If I'm in a
Hmm.
negative space, I'm gonna put out negativity. If
Right.
I'm in a positive space, I'm gonna put out positivity. So whatever I have going on in my own internal personal life, that's the vibe I'm gonna send off to people. You know what I
Right.
mean? If I don't feel like I'm in a good space, I'm not gonna give you nothing good if I'm not in a good space. And the problem with a lot of us as black men and black women, a lot of us we got a personal chip on our shoulder. That's the majority of our problems. A lot of us are disgusted by personal bullshit that has nothing to even do with other people's opinions, with other people in general. It's just personal stuff. And again, it goes back to that word called accountability. You know what I mean? Exactly, Nolan. Life is
Hmm.
hard these days. And if you don't have any self-control over your emotions and you don't allow your personal circumstances to defeat you, you will walk around here with a bad attitude. You will be a bitter black woman. You will be a scorned black man, rubbing your negativity off on anybody that's in your circle, because negative spirits are toxic.
It
They are
is.
Yes,
toxic.
it is. It
And
proves
that's why
it
you have to be
good.
careful with the company you keep. If I'm on my panel cursing and doing all kind of negative stuff, even if y'all fall back and don't say anything and y'all are quiet, but spiritually it's gonna make your spirit heavy, because certain panels I go on, my spirit feels very heavy,
Mm.
because
Hmm.
I feel the wickedness. I feel the intensity of the conversation that is at hand, and because my spirit cannot vibe with people that's on a negative note, I
Same
I,
here.
I just I can't sit in that environment for so long.
I agree. I can't sit in that environment for too long neither because I have the sense and if I feel like something wicked or peculiar is about to happen, I dodge out.
Yep.
I
Same
dodge
here with me.
out.
Right, right. And see what's starting to happen is, see, at one point in time on these YouTube streets, it was just mostly the women being drama. That's all we saw. But now I'm noticing the men are starting to outnumber the women with the drama. We got more of them drama kings than a little bit. We have a high population of drama kings in these YouTube streets. Now, it's bad enough that, it's bad enough that the majority of these man cave channels are based on black female fuckery. Okay, which I respect that. Everybody has they content. They have a right to choose what they want their channel to consist of. But what I'm starting to notice is now all of these panels where they're supposed to be going in on the black women, these black men are going in on each other. They are going in on each other. They are starting to act just like the black women they complain about. They starting to act just like the black women they complain about. They being petty, they being catty. I've never seen so many black men disrespect other black men to the point you're calling a black man that's supposed to be your brother. Y'all supposed to share the same cause. Y'all all supposed to be against black female fuckery, right? So if that is
Yep.
y'all common cause, why y'all on these panels disrespecting one another? And you wonder why these black females are not going to change and respect what you got to say as a black man, because they see how you respect each other. And I think when it comes to doing these platforms, we have a responsibility. Just because you can say whatever the hell you want to say doesn't mean you should say whatever the hell you want to say. That's how you
Right.
make yourself a target. That's how your
Right.
channel gets flagged. That's how you lose subscribers and all of that, because some people don't realize there's life and power in the tongue.
Yeah,
That's
you're
it.
You
right
got to
about
That's
be
that.
it.
careful with what you put out there and how you put it out there. You can't
Can't
just
take it
say
back.
what you want to say and do what you want to do. I have a responsibility with this channel. And even if I can say what I want to say, that don't make it right for me to say it. And what has happened is we have abused the privilege of the freedom of speech. They
Oh yeah,
have taken it
absolutely.
to a whole nother level.
A
And
whole
And you
what's
know,
happening? Everybody wants to be heard, and that's where we're losing the respect.
You heard, but there's not no, no solutions being out there. You want us to hear what? We're not hearing no solutions.
That's the thing. You know,
Hmm.
solutions are supposed to come in. You know, when dealing with stuff like this. But it's I've been seeing a
Exactly.
whole lot of that. I've been seeing a whole lot of that. You know, on YouTube lately. Some
It is.
guys and stuff. It's a mess. I said, I'm just got to stay out the way. Yeah.
Oh, just 1 second, y'all.
So, Coolagent,
What's up?
well, you're looking pretty good in your profile picture.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. So are you.
Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
I gotta keep it fly. Gotta keep it fly.
Of course.
Yeah.
But yes, what Lady Mocha be talking about is true.
Yeah, everything. Yeah, everything she says like is gems. She drops
Right.
gems on every video stuff that I've been seeing her on. But yeah,
Hmm.
I mean that's why I'm attracted to her content.
Me too. Like I'm addicted. I'm addicted to
Hmm.
Lady Mocha.
Yep.
When you get sick of sip of this mocha, you can't go back.
Nope.
Yep.
But it's because it just really boils down to balance. I'm tired of the blame fuckery. I'm not tired of the black woman fuckery or the black man fuckery. I'm tired of the blame fuckery. It's too
Yeah.
much blame. It's nobody wants to take accountable for the heat that they bring to themselves. You
That
know what
sounds like
I
a whole
mean?
topic
So
by itself.
exactly. No, that's what it boils down to. And the sad part is channels like this and other channels, they're not really going to get the credibility that they deserve because we don't bring the drama. And I'm
Right.
okay with that. You know what
I
I
mean,
mean? Because I don't mind not being the biggest thing happening right now. Because
right.
what you have to realize, the bigger you become on these YouTube streets, the bigger you become a target.
No,
So
the more
you may
problem.
be winning now with the disrespectful content and with all the fuckery that's being displayed on your YouTube streets. But what's going to happen is the bigger you become, the more enemies you create. And once you start building too many enemies, there's strength in numbers. People could come together and shut your whole operation down. So I'd rather have a small channel and nobody really knows or really know I'm not the hottest thing happening, but I'm the least threat on the map. So
Right.
I'm okay with that. I don't
I
mind
can
being the
feel
least
you on
threat
that.
on the map.
I feel you. Excuse me. I feel you on that, Lady Mocha. To tell you the truth, when I go live, I'd rather have 10 of my people that I adore in my lives than a whole chat full of people watching. You know what I'm saying? So,
Exactly.
yes, I'd rather be
Mhm.
a small channel just being unknown myself.
Yeah. Being underrated.
Exactly.
Underrated channels like this are very good. This is what I'm
Right.
drawn to. So
Right. Right. And the thing about it is, it's okay. It's a difference between quality and quantity. And
hmm
it's no different than like if you go to a restaurant, if you go to a food court and have a food court has three or four different restaurants within that food court. You may see one restaurant that has a long line full of people, but the customer service, the waiters are
And the
not as attentive to you. The food is not that great, and then their food costs too much. You may get better customer service going to the little burger joint that it don't have a line full of people, but at least their food is good. You and the customer service, they make you feel like you're important. You're going to go where you're being fed. And the problem is people are going to go where they want to be fed. If you want to be fed drama, you're going to go to where the drama is. If you want to be fed knowledge, you're going to go to where the knowledge is. So you're going to go where you're starving. You're going to go where you're hungry. Okay, so if you're craving for drama, I don't even have to produce drama because there's a lot of channels doing that. So you already know where to go if you want to see where the action is happening. And you know where you want to go if you just want to get good, wholesome content that of issues that need to be addressed within the black community or whatever. So, people go to where they feel welcome. And you have to realize some of us as black men and black women, we have been defeated for so long that in a lot of cases, a lot of us don't realize we are addicted to drama. And it's a lot of that in the black community. A lot of us are very addicted to drama. We're so used to, and it comes from a place to where we're so used to being down that the only way we can feel like we're up is by listening to other people that's doing worse than us or just as bad. So it's
Yep.
kind of like an exchange in pain. It's an exchange of pain in these YouTube streets. If I go to a certain sister content and she's always talking negative about black men, if I could sit there comfortably and and not even want to leave the content, I'm there comfortably. I'm chatting. I'm typing and putting in my own little perspective of how I feel black men are no good. That is because we are exchanging pain. Okay, she's a sister in pain. I'm a sister in pain. So
And,
that's why we can go back and forth all day about how black men ain't no good because we both share the same common pain.
and
Even
misery loves company.
misery
Yep.
loves company.
That's it.
Exactly. And that's the same thing even with these black men. If a black man could get on his panel and talk negative about other black women all day, and if you one of those brothers, you are in that chat room and you going in on the black women just as hard, what y'all are doing is y'all are exchanging pain because basically both of y'all have the same common hate because y'all both share the same common experience. And the thing is, you're not growing when you're somewhere where y'all are just exchanging pain. You need, like Pastor Jake said, it's not always your situation, it's how you see your situation. And if you see it in a negative manner, you're going to keep, and that's how you perceive it. You're never going to really, grow from that experience. Like I have a lot of reasons I can go hate black men. I have a lot of reasons. I've been burnt before I got married. I've been
Real
betrayed.
talk.
I got several reasons. I got
Real
many
talk.
reasons. But I chose to not succumb to that by joining the bitter black woman movement and hating black men because black sis, other black women like me have gone through the storm with other black men. So we're just comfortable with hating black men and not supporting black men. You know what I mean? So
Right.
anyway,
Right.
y'all, because I'm gonna get ready to wrap this up. I got to go pick my husband up in a few. But and I know I was doing random topics and stuff today, but I really wish that black men and black women would start dealing with their own internal battles because until you can deal with your own internal issues, you're going to poison the other black communities, those who really need knowledge, those who really starving for knowledge, who want to learn. You're going to poison them with your own from your own negative encounters. So I cannot teach other black women anything if I'm still bitter. Kujit, you can't teach other black men anything if you're a bitter black man. If
Right.
you're walking around here holding hate in your heart hostage because a couple of sisters done burnt you, now you're doing a platform where you want all black men to feel the way you feel. You are doing other brothers a disservice. You're not doing
Right.
right by them because your job's supposed to be to encourage him to look at things differently, not to stay in that same stagnant mindset that still
Hmm.
has him bitter. What good are you doing? And that is the problem with the black community. We want to stay stagnant. Some of us are comfortable licking our own wounds. We're comfortable with our dysfunction. We're
Yep.
comfortable with our negativity. We are comfortable. We've learned to wallow in the mud because so some of us, change brings growth. Change brings growth. And growth is a very painful thing. To come out of, to transition your mind of thinking from negative to positive, that's like being a meth head transitioning from being a meth head and trying to clean your life. Clean your life up. It's going to be very strenuous, but it can be done, and it's going to take a lot of sacrifice, and it's going to take maturity, and definitely it's going to take God. Because I'm telling you, a lot of people that's leading these YouTube streets, the problem with a lot of them is they don't have a relationship with God. And if you try to go out there and you do things within your based on your own will, based on your own strength, based on your own knowledge, you are going to make other people just as toxic as you are. So we have to be careful when it comes to these YouTube streets, the type of knowledge we put out there and how we share it with other people. So anyway, y'all, I definitely appreciate you, Cool Gent. Like I said, I normally don't let people on my panel randomly, but you've been following me for a minute, and I could tell in the chat room that you were somebody that will be an asset. Because I don't tell all my subscribers, but I watch what they say and how they say, and I can tell, okay, this is somebody I can rock with. Or this somebody, no, I wouldn't do business with her or him. You know what I mean? So
Right.
I just knew, you was a guy with substance or whatever. So I definitely look forward to bring you on a lot more and having you on the panel. I don't do it with many guys, but you're one of the ones I have a good vibe with thus far. So I look forward to doing more panels with you. And you already know, Kels, how we do. We down like
Oh
two
yeah.
flat tires.
Oh
We go together like chicken wings and hot sauce. You know what I'm saying? So definitely I look forward to us doing more positive diversity panels where we have
yeah.
black men and black women who can hold intelligent conversations and not be cussing the hell out of each other and bashing each other and saying all kind of negative stuff to each other. So again, I definitely appreciate the both of y'all for being on my panel. And I want to also get with y'all about the poem, the spoken word thing. We can choose a night. I'm going to
Yeah.
email both of y'all on that. So I'll get up with y'all soon on that note or whatever. So just kind of look out for my email. So
Okay.
anyway, y'all, it's been pleasant. Thank you to all my subscribers for coming into my chat. For those of you, if this was your first time here and you like the content you heard today so far, make sure you subscribe to Cool Gent. You subscribe to Poetic. Make sure you subscribe to my panel as well. So on that note, y'all, I got to take off like a prom dress. So so so
Yeah.
on that note, y'all, it has been real. It is your girl, Lady Mocha. Remember, I'm going to always pour you a cup of truth, and I will always break you off a slice of knowledge. Y'all take care.
Okay, now
Peace
y'all
and
have a good one now. Thank you.
you too.